Hello everyone. So today I will discuss the four waves of feminism and how each wave has influenced the gender representation in the media. According to Professor Haradhan Kumar Mahajan, feminism has four major waves, and each wave made an impact on the social and political issues faced by women. Okay, so first, the first wave of feminism. This happened during 1848 to 1920. So the first wave actually focused on the legal rights for women. So for example, the right to vote, the right to own a property, the right to have access to a higher education, and the right to file for a divorce. So these were the kind of things that the women back in the day were fighting for. An example I want to show you is a movie called Suffragette. It's a 2015 historical drama film about women's suffrage in the United Kingdom, directed by Sarah Gavron. Instead of showing women as passive wives or daughters, the women are represented as politically active, brave, determined, and willing to sacrifice for equality. I think this movie effectively represents first wave feminism because it highlights the importance of legal equality. It reminds us that rights such as voting were only achieved after years of activism and sacrifices of the strong and brave women who fought against society. Next, we have the second wave of feminism. The second wave of feminism happened during the 1960s to 1980s. So, after fighting for women's legal rights, now we have to fight against discrimination. Because there's discrimination in education, employment, and family life while challenging the traditional gender roles. For this wave, I want to introduce a movie called 9 to 5. It is a 1980 American comedy film directed by Colin Higgins. It tells the story of three working women who live out their fantasies of getting even with and overthrowing their company's vice president, who was said to be sexist, egotistical, and hypocritical. This film criticizes unequal treatment and sexism in the workplace while using comedy to address serious issues. However, this film shows that women are competent professionals, leaders, and are very capable. This movie reflects second wave feminism because it challenges the belief that women should simply accept discrimination. Instead, women are portrayed as capable of changing unfair systems. Next, we have the third wave of feminism. This happened during the 1990s to 2010. So, in the third wave of feminism, the society has now recognized that women have different identities based on their culture, their race, their class, and their sexuality. So, rather than defining and focusing on this one ideal woman, now society has come to accept and even celebrates the diversity and personal choices that women have. For this wave, I want to show the iconic Legally Blonde movie. This is a 2001 American comedy film directed by Robert Luketic. The film follows a fashionista girl called Elle Woods, who is not only beautiful but is also intelligent and ambitious. The movie rejects stereotypes by showing that 1. Femininity does not equal weakness, and that 2. Women can be fashionable and academically successful. I believe this movie perfectly represents third wave feminism because it celebrates individuality instead of forcing women into one definition of empowerment. This film shows that women can be beautiful and smart. The final one is the fourth wave of feminism. This wave happened during the 2012 up to the current time. So the fourth wave heavily relies on social media and digital technology. This wave also focuses on ending sexual harassment, gender violence, body shaming, and inequality for women, while encouraging activism through online platforms like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and a lot more. To represent this wave, I chose the hashtag #MeToo movement, which is a social movement and awareness campaign against sexual abuse and sexual harassment faced by women. The phrase "Me Too" was first used in 2006 on MySpace by sexual assault survivor and activist Tana Burke. Unlike earlier waves, media itself became the platform for activism. Gender representation changed because survivors' voices became more visible, discussions about consent became mainstream, news organizations gave greater attention to women's experiences, and social media encouraged global participation. I think fourth wave feminism focuses on how media can become a useful tool for social change. Social media allows people to tell their truths and participate in activism and raise awareness worldwide. So, in conclusion, I believe that each wave of feminism has played a very important role in changing how women are represented in the media. So, with the first wave that focused on gaining basic legal rights, such as the right to vote, and the second wave, which challenged the discrimination in the workplace, education, and family life. And the third wave, emphasizing on the beauty of diversity and that there's no just one ideal woman, and that there's beauty in individuality in women. And then finally, with the fourth wave that has used social media and digital platforms to raise social awareness and issues. So these all made a very important change in how women are now viewed in the society. So, thanks to these four waves, now women can also be portrayed as leaders, professionals, activists, and individuals with diverse experiences and identities. I also realized that media does not only reflect what is currently in the society, but it can also shape our opinion as its users or its consumers. Alright, so this is it. That's the four waves of feminism and how it influenced gender representation in the media. Thank you for watching.